It's now your turn. So today you are going to begin to add the melody, which is the pitch, to your composition for the first 4 bars only. Your composition that you've been working on for the past 3 weeks now should be at least 8 bars long. Some of you will have something that's 12 bars long. That's fantastic. If you've only got 8 bars though, that's okay. You can keep adding to it if you would like to. You should have some crotchets, minims, crotchet rests, minim rests, quavers, and quaver rests. You should have a time signature. You should have 4 beats in each bar, and you should also have bar lines dividing each bar. Today you are going to use a staff or a stave to start giving your composition a melody. Before you start, you will need your composition from weeks 2 to 4, a lead pencil, a ruler, a piece of blank paper or manuscript paper, but only if you have some at home, and a rubber. Now, manuscript paper is the special lined paper for music, for writing music. If you do not have any manuscript paper, please do not go and buy some. You can just use plain paper and draw lines on it. It is very easy. So step 1, using a ruler, this is if you have to draw the manuscript paper yourself, using a ruler, rule 5 lines that are evenly spaced across your page. Then leave a gap here. So see how there's a big gap between my lines? I'd like you to leave about a 1.5 centimetre gap. I know that's a bigger gap than that, but on your page it's about that. And then rule another 5 lines. After you've done that, I want you to think about which clef is yours. So remember, if you play violin, you need to draw a treble clef. If you're playing the viola, you need to draw the alto clef. If you're playing viola, the cello or the double bass, you need to draw the bass clef. Then you need to add your time signature after you've drawn your clef. Now, to draw your clef, it's quite challenging and quite tricky for some people. So what I've done is, if you click on that, you can actually go to a video for how to draw the different clefs. So if you click on the treble clef, you can see a video there for how to draw the treble clef. If you click on this one, you can go to this video here to see how to draw the alto clef, which is also called a C clef. And I'm sorry, but that was the best video I could find. And here you can also go to see how to draw a bass clef. So have a look at those videos if you need some help when you're ready to draw your clef on your stave. So once you've got your clef, then you need to add your time signature in, and you only actually need to add your time signature at the start of your music. You don't need to keep writing it, but you do need to write the clef every time you start a new stave or a new line. So that's step 2. After you've got your clef and your time signature, that's when you need to continue using your lead pencil. But this is when you'll need your composition from weeks 2 to 4. You'll need to start putting your composition on the stave. Remember that we've only learnt 3 notes, and these notes are D, A, and G. So you're only allowed to use those 3 notes. We don't want you going off using other notes. Step 4 is we'd like you to use the link below to use a virtual piano so you can hear what your composition sounds like. Now, you don't have to use the virtual piano. If you've got a real piano at home, you can use the real piano at home that you might have. Or if you've got a violin or a viola or a double bass or a cello at home, feel free to use that. But if you don't have access to one of those instruments at home, you can use this virtual piano here. So before I talk about the virtual piano, I'm just going to talk to you about what I've done here. You can see that these are the first 4 bars of my composition from weeks 2 to 4. These here are my first 4 bars still, but these 4 bars I've added the melody. Now, I haven't included a photo, which is my bad. Sorry, I should have changed the photo here. But I have changed these notes here to make quavers here. And I changed because I know that this the hat here, the minim rest, is equal to 2 beats. So I've taken out my crotchet rests here and I've swapped it for my crotchet rest. Anyway, what I've done is I've put it on the stave. You can see that I've got my treble clef. I've got my time signature. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 beats in that bar. Then I've got a bar line. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 beats in that bar. Then I've got a bar line. Remember, a pair of quavers is equal to 1 beat. Then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 beats in that bar because this minim rest here is equal to 2 beats. Then I've got my bar line. Then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 beats, and I've got my bar line. Now I've only done the first 4 bars because that's all I'm supposed to do. Then I've only used the notes A, G, A, G, A, G, A, G, D, D, G, A, D, G, A, D. So what I have to do now is I have to have a go at playing it with the virtual piano. So I'm going to go to the virtual piano over here, and I can see that this virtual piano has got the notes on the keys here. Now this is where it's going to get a bit tricky, because if you're playing the double bass or you're playing the cello, your notes are going to sit a bit differently on the piano here, but that's okay. I just want you to have a fiddle and just get a feel for what it might sound like. I don't want you to panic or stress too much. So I'm holding my composition here, and I'm just going to have a little fiddle with the keyboard here, and I can see now, if I click on hide note names, they all disappear, and I can start to fiddle with them. So I'm starting to work out which keys are which notes. So my first note is an A, and then I need to have a little play about and listen to what my composition sounds like.